At Kenny Perez Law, we won't stop fighting until our clients get what's rightfully theirs. We're right by your side, no matter what. Call Kenny Perez Injury Lawyers today, 956-999-1111.
Sunny Glen Children's Home has provided a place of hope for every child since 1936. If you'd like more information on Sunny Glen and the services we offer, please visit us at www.sunnyglen.org.
No matter where you are in life, Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
There's no place like Sherryland ISD returning students need to district work here, learn here, or tuition-based enrollment. Register now. Call 956-584-6408. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
This summer, it's time for mimosas and brunch with the girls. A beachside lunch with the kiddos. Delicious Bayside burgers. And world-famous fried shrimp with a cold one. South Padre Island has your breakfast, lunch, and dinner plans covered. Book your summer getaway today. Visit sopadre.com.
If you've been in a car crash, call Kenny. We're available to take your call 24/7, and we don't charge a fee unless we win your case. When you're in a car crash, call Kenny. Call 999-1111 now for a free consultation.
Hello, sports fans. I'm Jason Starkey with Gallery Homes.
Here at Gallery, we make building your new home simple and stress-free. From sales to selections, we handle every step so you can enjoy the journey to your new home. This is Gallery, where your dreams become reality.
Good morning, everybody. We are back for another episode of Double Dribble with Coach Sammy Lucio. I'm Kevin. That's Coach Sammy. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
So we are already in the month of December. The holidays right around the corner, which means the month of December means basketball is in full swing here at St. Joe. Coach, pretty good week, I would say, for the Bloodhounds. We learned a lot over this past week. The Bloodhounds coming off of a win earlier last week against San Antonio Christian. That was the district opener. And then we went down to the BISD tournament where we played a lot of games in a span of 3 days. And I think this team, Coach, they really learned a lot about their identity. They continue to grow. Let's start from the top, Coach, and let's recap the San Antonio Christian game. Obviously, that was a big game for the boys and first road test for this team, and they responded well with a win.
Yeah, it was a big win on Tuesday. We talked about it in the last show that it was we had to figure out how to get a win on the road, especially if we want to compete for a district championship. You gotta win some games on the road, and it's tough. It's a tough way to hop on the bus and drive for 4 hours and go play. But the boys figured it out. We came out with a 4-point win, and
Yep.
we'll take it.
Yep. Defensively, really throughout this week, we've seen this team get better and better. And not only the defense, but one of the two things I want to talk about was the defense in the third quarters. This team has really been playing a lot better in the third quarters. We saw it against Santa Rosa, we saw it against Sacs, and we saw it in different parts of the tournament. But with that Sacs game, we got off to the good start that we wanted to. That was key. But in that third quarter, we continue to play really well. What was the turning point for you in it?
Like you said, the third quarter had kind of been was hurting us in the other games, and we've been trying to harp on the first 3 minutes coming out of halftime that we got to win those 3 minutes. I think we came out and we got 3 quick steals and 3 layups just to give us a 7-point lead, because I think we were up 1 at halftime.
Yep.
So we're just kind of trying to build off that we got to come out of halftime a little bit and win those first 3 minutes of the game. Sometimes I feel like those are the most important 3 minutes of the game sometimes.
The late stretch in the game, it kind of felt like it was the same spot we saw against Santa Rosa, where it came down to the last few minutes. The game was 2 or 3 possessions difference. This time around, I thought we handled it a lot better than we did. What was the cleanup there?
Yeah, I mean, we took care of the basketball there down the stretch. We made key baskets, and we got the stops that we needed. And we made our clutch free throws. Jason, I thought we did a great job when they only had 1 team foul, and they were just fouling us continually, and that we didn't turn the ball over, because sometimes it's hard to do 4 straight possessions of inbounding the ball and not turn it over. And we did miss a few free throws, but Jason told me, he's like, Coach, I won't get me the ball. I'm not gonna miss these free throws. So when the last one he made his last 2 to go up 4. So.
Yeah, and the win like that, especially on the road, like we said, now from now until January 3rd, we're gonna have that cushion to just feel good about ourselves, and whatever happens in this month is just a plus. And starting 1-0, how important is that for a team, especially a young team?
I mean, awesome. I mean, anytime you can start at 1-0 in district, especially with a road win, I think that's the most, because we did this last year also. We started 1-0, but we won at home. So staying a game on the road, I think at the end of the year that we're gonna look back and say that was a big win. Like it was very important.
Absolutely. Catch up with the rest of the district on how they did.
St. Anthony's beat Victoria.
Okay.
And that's it. The other 2 teams had byes.
Okay, so Laredo hasn't played yet. I know that's the team.
I think they played this week.
Okay. Yeah, because that's the team. That's the team that's up next.
Yeah.
We'll get there when we get there. But getting that first road win, that first district win, it was very pivotal for this team. Looking at the BISD tournament, it was a lot of games, in a short span. You get a very difficult pool where, you get the win against what was it? Idea Mission North and Lopez. Let's start with those 2 wins, and what did we see in those 2 wins?
I thought Lopez, we played really well. We shared the ball really good, and we played good defense. I think we went up about 20 points, and then they kind of brought it to about 12 in the fourth quarter, but our guys ended up closing out the game. We learned a lot from that game, and the idea North Mission, we had some different guys step up and score the basketball, which is important down the stretch later on, that we're going to need everybody. We're going to need everybody to be ready to go.
Yeah, and it seems like, like this year, there's a long way to go, but there's a lot more depth this year off the bench with guys that you can utilize and guys that you can put in. The Lopez win, it was a lot closer, than the Idea North win. So, wins like that against 5A teams, it's always good for this team, and just little different things that you're starting to learn, that you're starting to clean up. I didn't get to make that game, but what were some positive maybe from guys that you saw that just continue to grow?
I mean, everyone stepped up. I thought Knox had a really good game that day, and Gavin was doing a good job facilitating the ball to different people, and Jason obviously he did his scoring, but I thought other guys are stepping up, starting to make baskets. Luis Solesi was starting to get into his rhythm, which is good because we're gonna need him to really step up in district.
For sure. And then on the flip side of it, we had to run into Los Fresnos, and then we ran into Harlingen. Los Fresnos, you told me, and I had a couple people tell me that they just shot lights out, and there's really not a lot, you can do, not a lot, you can, it's just the team that just shoots lights out, and that's just how it rolls.
They hit 14 threes that night.
Oof, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and we didn't hit any, so it's kind of hard to stay with a team like that. Against a team like that, you just gotta hope that they're missing and that you hit a few shots. And I thought in the first quarter we made a couple layups that we missed. Maybe we could at least keep it close for a while, but then it was just an avalanche and it was just snowball effect, and we just.
Los Fresnos wound up winning the whole thing.
Yeah.
Harlingen ended up making the semis against Hannah, which strangely enough, or ironically enough, it ended up being a 32-6A semis with Los Fresnos, San Benito, Harlingen, and Hannah. But let's talk about the Harlingen game. I think that game for me is the one that's really going to stick out, even over the wins that we did get, because this team was the first quarter it was back and forth.
Yeah.
Second quarter was all Harlingen. I think we only mustered up with 5 points. Right? And it was a 14-point Harlingen lead at one point. And then the third quarter, back to what we said earlier, where this team really just flipped that script, held Harlingen to 5 points. We outscored Harlingen. We even took the lead late in that quarter, and they went on that last 4-point spurt. But just the resiliency from these guys against a very tough Harlingen team.
Yeah, it was. They played really hard. It was a very physical game, low-scoring game. But our boys, they didn't back down against a really good 6A team that I feel that's going to compete for a district championship with Los Fresnos. That district's just going to be really tough. Everyone's tough. But I love the way we competed that day. If we can compete like that and we can play defense like that, and we go back and watch the film, we missed a lot of layups and power shots, and a couple free throws. We make those, and the turnovers were huge. We had some turnovers in the first quarter that led to 6 points, and just take away those little mistakes. And I think at the end of the game we would have been up, but it is what it is. And but I was super proud of the way they competed because that's not an easy team. It's the same team we played last year that really took it to us. So it was a big improvement.
Yeah, and what I told people was that that's the best I've seen the kids play.
Yeah.
That was the best game they played all year.
Yeah.
We saw Jason be aggressive. We saw Knox be very aggressive, and Solesi got off to a great start.
Yeah.
Let's hope he's okay with his ankle.
Yeah.
But we responded really, really well. What changed in that third quarter?
Just like we talked about earlier, I just told them we got to come out these next 3 minutes and win these 3 minutes, and we did. It was just the defensive intensity just really picked up in that second half, and you could see it in their eyes that they wanted. And my little talk to them at halftime was like, just trust each other. We got to do a little bit of better job of trusting each other out there on the court and stick together and just have each other's backs. And I don't know. I guess it really stuck with them, and they just came out there and they looked like a totally different team. And it's they just played really hard. I was super proud of their effort.
Harlingen might have been a little maybe not the coaching staff, but the players might have been a little shell shocked that they didn't see that coming. And it went down to the fourth quarter. Just a couple of baskets here, a couple of free throws there, but I think it's a good loss if you're into moral victories. I think we can be into moral victories. It just depends on when and where we're at, but I think that was a good loss, and I think down the road, that's what we're going to see.
At the end of the day, these games, I wouldn't call them a practice game, but they're non-district games. They're to get us better. They're to put us in situations that eventually we're going to see in district and see how we react. Because there's going to be a time in district where we might be down 14 points at halftime, and how are we going to come out? Are we just going to fold, or are we? I could come back and say, hey, remember when we played Harlingen and we were down? We were in the same spot, and you guys came back. So we're putting ourselves in different situations at the end of the game. Yeah. That eventually, when we're in district, we can look back at these things and we know what we got to do.
And the Pace game too. The Bloodhounds wrapped up tournament play against Brownsville Pace, another formidable team that We did see at the Los Fresnos tournament a couple of weeks ago, but it's just, apples and oranges when it comes to the matchup. Talk to me about the Pace matchup and what we see.
I mean, Pace is another great team. They're tough. They pressured us the whole game, and our guys we handled their press pretty good. We hit some shots, and our defense was just amazing again. I mean, we held them to 46 points, and if we could just continue to play good defense like that, we're going to be okay.
So overall, what was a couple of positives that we learned over the last 3 days?
You're starting to see guys step up and get back into basketball shape, which is, I think, very important, and getting into a rhythm of shooting the basketball, stuff like that. It's just it takes time. It's hard, and we're starting to see that we're starting to gel a little bit better. Our chemistry's starting to get better. You see it in spurts when there's times in the games where we're like, man, we're gonna be really good once we figure it out for 32 minutes. You could just see it. I think we got a real special team. We just got to figure out how to put 32 minutes together, and once we do that, I think we're gonna be a really tough team to beat in district.
Absolutely. What are some things maybe that you and Coach Nava want to clean up a bit?
The turnovers, and just missing. I want to say they're easy shots, but they're shots around the rim that we need to start finishing. I mean, once we do that, I think we're going to be okay, and just continue to rebound. I think we can get a lot better on our rebounding. But there's stuff that we got to work on, and the good thing is we don't have another district game till a couple of weeks, so we just got to keep getting better and better and keep practicing hard. We had a good practice this morning. They're excited to go out there and get after it again tomorrow.
Absolutely. Tomorrow the Bloodhounds do take on Port Isabel, and then later this week they take on, is it Harvest Christian or is it South Texas? South Texas Academy on Saturday. But just final touches on the tournament. What did you end up thinking of the Final Four and the championship? Was it kind of what was expected?
Yeah, I mean, it was 32-6A, and there were some good games. I got to go see the championship game. And it was a tough battle for about a half, but then you could just see Los Fresnos. They're good, man. They could hit you with waves of players, and there's really not a drop off. They're all really good players, and Hannah was battling with them, but you could tell that the playing 6 games just took a toll on them.
Yeah, and was it Hannah beat Harlingen, right?
Yeah,
to get to the.
I didn't get to see that game because we were playing at the same time, but. When I saw the score, it was a close game. I think it was a 6-point game, so I'm assuming it was a very tough game.
Yeah, that district's going to be a lot of fun. There's certainly a lot of storylines. San Benito, they were in the semis as well, and they were coming off of a tough Los Fresnos tournament when we beat them, and them too. They're a lot like us, starting to kind of just figure it out just a little bit, but that's going to be a very competitive district.
Yeah, you had vets in there, so it's going to
veterans is in there as well, so. A lot to look forward to. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we're going to preview this week's action. When we come back, this is Double Dribble with Coach Sammy Lucio.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Leave the hiring to us. Let us become your personal hiring guru.
We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs.
Your success is our strategy.
Don't hesitate. Call us now.
At Marine Military Academy, we educate those who dare to achieve. Those eager to control their future before it controls them. Those who can follow a path so they can eventually make their own. Those ready to join in order to stand out. Welcome to MMA, forging tomorrow's leaders.
Innovation, AT4, AT4X, Denali. Case closed. For your GMC, we're professional grade.
Hello, sports fans. I'm Jason Starkey with Gallery Homes.
Here at Gallery, we make building your new home simple and stress-free. From sales to selections, we handle every step so you can enjoy the journey to your new home. This is Gallery, where your dreams become reality.
Kenny Pettis came from a small talent.
Welcome back. Final segment here of Double Dribble with Coach Sammy Lucio. We started with an early start time. There is liturgy here at 10 a.m. So we're gonna skip out of here in just a little bit. So that's the reason why we started a little earlier, not our traditional start time at 10 a.m. So we have liturgy here at 10 a.m. But Coach, Christmas is 3 weeks away. You started your shopping yet? No, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, you're like me. I wait till the
I'll wait
last
till
minute.
the last minute.
Absolutely. What's on your Christmas list?
Oof. I want a new golf bag.
A new golf bag? Cool.
Yeah.
Yesterday with the soccer media day, that was a popular question of what was on your Christmas list. A lot of the kids wanted a lot of the goalies needed new gloves or new cleats. Like every other kid needed new cleats. And we had a couple bold kids who were like, I want a new car.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh, cool. Just go for it. Go for it all.
If I had a wish list that...
Yeah, I was like, not bad, not bad. Yeah, no, I haven't started any of my Christmas shopping, but another hot topic was a lot of kids are like, Nightmare Before Christmas, like it's my favorite Christmas movie, and I'm like, it's not a Christmas movie, it's a Halloween movie. So a lot of discussion with that, and a lot of those kids were too young to know Die Hard. I think you said it's a Christmas movie, right? Or no, right? It's not. That's what I say. You know, Nate is very big on that. It's a Christmas movie. You remember that discussion, that debate. So certainly a lot of fun yesterday with the media day and, of course, with the holidays starting to roll in. But tomorrow we do have a matchup at Port Isabel. I think that's going to be another good matchup. I think it's going to be right on par with, the Santa Rosa matchup when you get these small schools. PI's always done a great job on putting basketball talent out on the court. And, whether you studied for the game or not, watch film or not, but we just know that it's going to be a tough out, and what can we expect?
Oh, it's going to be a tough game. They did pretty good in the BISD tournament. They were in there too. I think they lost to Vets in the Gold Championship. They got a couple good players. They have one kid that can score. He can score in bunches, and then they got a couple other good shooters. So it's going to be a challenge for us. I'm excited. Just saw a little bit of film on them. Looks like they're going to press a little bit and run some zone, which seems a lot of teams have been running against us. So we'll see how we come out tomorrow.
Absolutely, and it's going to be at Port Isabel. The JV game is at 5.
5.
And then the varsity is at 7. So down at Port Isabel. 7:30 down at Port Isabel. So we encourage you guys to make the trip down to Port Isabel. If not, we'll have it for you live on the Bloodhound channel. But that's a little small rivalry in itself too. PI St. Joe in basketball. It's good to get those matchups on Saturday. We have another matchup. Talk to us about that one.
I don't know too much about them. We were looking for a game. They were looking for a game, so we matched up. I haven't really looked at any film or anything about them, or kind of just focusing on Port Isabel tomorrow.
For sure. We got this week, and then no tournaments anytime soon, right?
No, we're done.
We're done with tournaments.
We're done.
So now it's just kind of just like you said, game by game.
Yeah. Next
and
week
just
is midterm, so we don't practice during midterms. We'll start practice again the following Friday, and then we have a game Saturday against Macedonian.
Right.
And then the following week is Christmas, so they get the week off for Christmas.
For sure.
And then we got vets coming back from break.
It's gonna go by quick.
Yeah.
It's gonna go by quick, but it feels like this is kind of a big week for this team because I feel we have some momentum.
Yeah.
We certainly got some momentum, and we can take that into tomorrow night's matchup with PI, and I think that'll be a nice feather in your hat for this team to go on the road and get a win against PI, and then wrap it up here at home, and then all of a sudden, just the morale of the team just feels a little bit better after the slow start.
Yeah.
And I think that this team continues to trend upwards, and there's such a thing as not peaking too soon, but I don't think we're anywhere close to that just yet.
No. We got a lot of work to do. The good thing about this week too is, like I was telling Coach Nam in the morning, is like tournament time is tough because you don't get practice time too much because you're playing Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. So I was today was kind of like a pregame, like get ready for tomorrow. But Wednesday and Thursday we could actually go back into like full hardcore practice, which we didn't really get to do last week because we had that district game Tuesday. We had 1 day of easy practice because then we had the tournament. So from Saturday to Saturday we played 7 games. So it's tough on the kids too. So
I mean the only upside is that you're gonna get all those games and we just learn a lot.
Yeah.
You learn about the kids. They learn about each other, and we just continue to kind of just figure out the pieces. And I'm with you. I think the more we play, the more we're gonna learn about this team, and they're just gonna get better and better. And you're right, we've seen it in spurts.
Yeah.
We've seen it in spurts, and some of the guys are still getting their basketball rhythm, and you see that they're starting to catch that basketball rhythm, and it's gonna be a very good team. It's gonna be a very fun team to follow. The rest of the way. So, again, tomorrow the Bloodhounds will be at Port Isabel on Tuesday, and then they're back home here at the Dome on Saturday at noon and 1:30. So. The Bloodhounds will have a home game, so I encourage you all to come out and support the Bloodhounds here at home and head out to Port Isabel tomorrow. Junior high basketball, it's also on the horizon as well.
Yeah. They'll be starting back up when they come back from Christmas break. So
Absolutely.
They'll start coming around.
Absolutely. So we're excited to see what the junior high kids can put together. Well, we're going to wrap up. Quick show, early show. We do have liturgy here in a couple of minutes. I'm going to let Coach Sammy go and get ready for liturgy. We're going to wrap up here from Double Dribble. A special thank you to Miss Amanda and everyone here in the Bloodhound Cafe. We will see you guys next Monday. This is Double Dribble.
Until our clients get what's right.